time for Common Man. Common Man, charms the housewives like no one can. What'd you shoot? Where'd we play? Non-stop nonsense on deck today. Tune in, it's time for Common Man.
Oh boy! Why should anybody aspire to be a common man, an average man? Do you realize what it means to be average? That means you're the best of the lousiest, and the lousiest of the best. Now, if we demand more and more for producing less and less, while the have-not nations encourage and inspire and indeed require hard work and maximum effort, if we deify the common men while they encourage and reward the uncommon ones, well, the end result of such a lopsided race as that is too obvious to require elaboration.
It's like, hello.
Columbia 300 launches the Spanish version of the website, and I think, as we know with everything going on right now in the United States with the Spanish speaking and everything, this is pretty huge, I guess, for them to take the step there to put a Spanish version website out there.
Well, I guess it's kind of got to happen because the Spanish are beginning to take such a stronghold in life itself, and they can no longer be ignored.
I'm unlimited, Mr. Unlimited.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Game plan looks like.
So what? You carry. If not, hey, I look at bad blood sometimes as motivation. So, those are things that are out of my control.
Timberwolves superfan KFAN's Dan Barrero.
You guys are going to criticize whatever you want to criticize.
Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Yes, I do!
You find this funny, Mr. Groh? You're smiling. You find this humorous? No, they're not. You find this humorous, Mr. Groh? You're laughing and smiling. I'm just wondering if you do. You didn't answer my question, Mr. Groh. Do you find this humorous?
No, I find it keeping the 4 years.
At least you're not smiling and laughing now. Oh, I guess you're back at it again now.
I'm a fraud.
Yes.
Welcome back to the spotlight, young man.
He's the clown from Brown. He's the fourth in the North. This is the common man, Dan Cole.
Yeah, I'm also in the doghouse. I got called into the principal's office, scolded and admonished for not paying as close attention to hockey, particularly Olympic hockey as I once did. I don't know how much more Olympic heartache I can take. First of all, Lindsey Vonn spills on shatters her leg at the age 41, trying to get back to the podium and win a medal. Then Quad God, all he's got to do is have a media. And you know what? Did you know bad is the enemy of mediocre? All he needs is a mediocre skate in his final long form, and he goes down twice. Down goes Quad God. Down goes Quad God. No! And then he loses a chance on getting a gold medal. Then Stoltz, the out-of-town cabinet maker, who was also the elite speed skater, the kid from Wisconsin. He's trying to go for 4 golds. He misses gold number 3 because he loses to, I think he lost to somebody either from Japan or China.
China.
And so that was, and then this morning, devastation like I've never felt before. No! Team Peterson, USA, a perfect throw on the final stone in the final frame or whatever, what they call it, ends or whatever they call it, by Switzerland, who's supposed to be neutral. I didn't think they care if they won or lost. And Team Peterson, down goes Team Peterson, and they're still in medal contention, but they could come home empty-handed. They're in the bronze medal. And now you want me to watch the United States hockey team play in the semifinals when they almost lost yesterday? I don't know how much more gold medal Olympic heartbreak I can take. I can't take it anymore. I can't take this anymore.
The women won the gold yesterday for hockey.
They did, right when we went off the air, I think. Or was it one we were on? No, it was one we were on, but we were already stopped talking. It was still playing Good Night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
Speaking of hockey, spoiler alert, Canada just scored with 35 seconds left to take the lead over Finland. So then only 3-2. Nathan McKinnon, the Nate Dog, with a one-timer.
Blackhawks, right?
No, Colorado Avalanche.
He played for the Blackhawks, though, right?
No.
With Tays. Why is it, and I'm not against Canada or the United States, but why is it that only Canada and the United States get good things to happen in Olympic hockey? Doesn't happen for anybody else. You know, these other countries, you knew they were going to score, right? You knew that there was no way.
They had a power play, yeah. Finland had a high sticking on, actually, McKinnon.
You know the Finlanders were not going to win. You knew that. And there you go. So Team Canada, unless something happens in the last 35.2, they're going to advance.
Yeah.
And then, are they playing in the same arena? They got to put Zamboni out and clean the ice? Okay. Well, I thought maybe they had two arenas.
They do have two arenas, but I would assume they'd play in the same rink. But I shouldn't make that assumption.
Yes, that's exactly. We don't make assumptions here in the Common Man program. We don't just assume things or fly by the seat of our pants and throw out a lot of misinformation. We just don't do that. We like to be accurate in everything we do. So
what are they looking at? The refs are looking at this. Maybe a little offsides challenge.
Oh,
coach challenge by Finland.
Do you think it's just that's offsides? That's offsides.
You've got a different screen than I do, so I'm not seeing what you're seeing right now.
Yep, that's offsides. That's offsides.
It was a very clunky.
No, that's offsides.
So it's got to be Celebrini they're looking at here.
You're of Polish descent, right?
Yes.
Pure 100%, or do you have anything else mixed in?
No, I have a lot mixed in.
What are some of the others you got?
Irish.
Do you ever root for Team Ireland in anything?
Well, the most I am is Polish,
right?
And my name's got the Polish name, so that's who I represent.
I'm 50-50. Swedish and Finnish. And the Finnish are finished, it looks like, unless this is overturned. So I'm USA. I thought I heard people in the crowd chanting Switzerland, Switzerland, Switzerland. And there were people going USA, USA. Deuce and I actually were going to get in the car and drive to the Blaine Curling Club for the watch party. Curling takes so long. We could have driven to the Duluth Curling Club and watched the end there. Curling just goes on and on and on and on. Can't they shorten it up a little bit? Do we really need to go? Is it 10 ends, 10 frames, 10 innings?
10 ends?
It's just.
Let's see what decision they made. This thing is like razor thin margin here on this offsides.
The goal counts. I just, it's, Abbott doesn't like games.
Good goal.
Abbott doesn't like sports in which judges have a say in what happened. The referees just had a say in what happened. That was offsides. But you know what? They don't care about Finland. If Canada gets to the gold medal game, which let's say they were in the United States does, and Canada wins, is it still a United States gold medal? If they become the 51st state. I mean, and then, see, they're not the 51st state yet, but would that be grandfathered in? Like, let's say they win tomorrow, and then like 2 years from now, Canada becomes the 51st state. Is that our gold medal then, too? Technically, it kind of is. So we can't lose.
We would really boost our winter sports if we could add Canada as a 51st.
So we would not lose.
I mean, our hockey team would never lose.
Yeah.
For men and women.
Oh, look at.
They got to pull the goalie now.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, they waited till they won the face-off.
Oh. Well.
You got to learn how to catch a pass.
I kind of like the look of his face mask. That's the cool thing about hockey. It's kind of really the only sport where Except when the NFL does their cleats thing, Courage for Cleats or Cleats for a Cause, right? Where they get to paint their cleats anything they want. It's the only sport where you get to have something completely different. You can paint your face mask anything you want. How come they let them paint anything they want? They didn't let the one guy, remember who was the guy? Was he Loser guy? Some guy from Ukraine had a helmet with dead people's pictures on it that died in the war. And they said, well, you can't wear that. You're protest. How do I know that Finland guy, there's some kind of a protest on, like it's got a picture of a lion on the front of it. How do we know that he's not a PETA person? And he's protesting the mistreatment of circus animals. We don't know.
I always
so why is he allowed to wear that? If I'm Canada, I'd bring that up. Even if it's just to throw the guy off.
Sure.
Then all of a sudden it's in his head. Getting his head a little bit. Just drop the puck face off. What are they waiting for?
They took a timeout. They got to drop a play. There's like 17 seconds left. You know, they got to figure out a little strategy here.
Just like the NBA, when there's 5 seconds to go, coach calls it, watch me. I'm going to figure out something.
Well, it's also you want to give a rest for your best players.
You're the hockey community. You're making it. When the basketball do it, it makes you bitter. When hockey does it, you love it.
In basketball, they have like 13 timeouts. Hockey, you only have one.
You only get one timeout?
Yeah, you can go through one timeout in hockey.
They get them in curling, too, I found out today. I feel bad for the Peterson sisters. It looked like they were going to tie it up and send it to OT, or send it to overtime. Shoot.
You are ahead of me over there. It's kind of driving me crazy.
Well, it's over. It's over. Canada will advance. Oh, wait! Shoot! Oh! He had a backhand opportunity, but it was a weak backhand. He didn't really have a chance. That's it. Canada wins. They advance. Why aren't they celebrating? Oh, it's a skirmish.
They took out the goalie at the end?
No, just a skirmish at the end. I think Finland's bitter. Why aren't they celebrating? What are they waiting for?
You're like 10 seconds ahead of me over there.
There's no time on the clock. It's over. It's 3-2, yet they're not doing anything. We can't go yet. Maybe they're thinking he had the puck in his... Oh! So he gloved the puck, but he didn't want to freeze it, right? Because of the time on the clock, so he threw it really quick.
But they must blow the whistle.
Yeah, and so now they're checking to see if they'll get a face-off opportunity.
But it's got to be like less than a second, doesn't it? There was like no time left.
I think they're putting 1.3 on the clock, it looks like. God, this is just like the NBA now. Why don't they just all wear sneakers and take off their skates? And I love the sound of squeaking sneakers on a hardwood floor. I hate the sound of skates on ice.
So they're going to have to win it back and get a quick shot or just go right to the net from the get-go. But 1.3 will be enough to try to get it back to the guy in the circle and quick shot.
Thank the hockey god they don't have any timeouts left. They're just sitting waiting.
Canada probably still has their timeout if they want to call it.
No, there's no need for them. Here we go.
Look it. What's yours?
Yeah, here it is. Drop. That's it. It's over. Canada advances gold medal game. They'll face the United States because we're winning, right? I mean, who do we play?
We got Slovakia at 2 o'clock today.
Let me guess. Slovakia's got a chance, you're telling me.
It's Olympic hockey. It's hockey. There's always a chance in hockey.
A chip in a chair, a puck in a chair, and a chance. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Little peek at the purple. And then don't forget, 12:30 we'll do PST, Triple B, Triple I, results and pairings. Little B at 1, feminine touch of the program. Who were you able to wrangle? Did you have to bribe somebody to come in?
Justin Gard and Zach Halverson will be on today.
Zacko! That'll be program password at 1:30 right here on the Common Man program on the Fan. Fan.
We all had one teacher who believed in us. We'll show your gratitude with Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominated public school teacher to win $5,000 for their classroom. This week, we want to give a shout out to Yvonne Lockmiller, who's been teaching for over 30 years. Nominated teacher to thank today at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Got a text message from my oldest son, Deuce. He says, you guys are missing the real hockey. Dodge County and War Road in an absolute dogfight on Channel 45. High school hockey going on right now, Tennessee. That's the girls, right?
That is the girls, yes.
So maybe I should go to that on my TV and keep people updated on what's happening there. And you stick with, because as I said before, I just don't know how much more U.S. Losing heartbreak I can endure anymore. I just don't know if I could. If the United States were to lose in this semifinal matchup, I don't know if I could go on. I really don't. Peek at the Purple, brought to you by our friends at Affordable Electric. Affordable-Electric. As I've mentioned to you before, they got something going on at Affordable Electric right now, and I want to get the wording exactly right, so don't go anywhere. I'm receiving email on my phone now. And
whoa, hold on.
Oh my God. Someone I sent an email said, you're using your phone for email. Now, how can they tell? How can you tell that I'm responding on a phone rather than a computer?
Maybe there's a different, if you're responding by email, a lot of times it'll say like sent by an iPhone, sent via iPhone at the tagline when you email back.
Okay. Well, now I don't like this. I don't like them knowing how I sent it. I don't want people to know my MO, my method of operation.
I'm just shocked you're emailing on your phone.
Well, it's the 21st century now. You got to move on with your life. During the entire month of February, Affordable Electric is offering free electrical evaluations. Call today, schedule your free estimate. Be sure to mention you heard us on KFAN. Affordable Electric, quality work, honest pricing, and safety that you can trust. Affordable-electric.com, affordable-electric.com. Affordable Electric is shocking. Yeah. Probably need to have Affordable Electric come and take a look at the negatometer. It didn't fire when I first tried to, when I flipped the switch. When do we pop tags? Is that going on right now?
It's got to be coming up here in the next couple of weeks.
So I've changed. Who did the song I'm going to pop some tags? Macklemore and Lewis?
Yes.
So I've decided I've changed the words a little bit for the NFL. I'm going to pop some tags. I got $20 million in my pocket because $20 ain't going to get you very far in the National Football League. So it's
not going to get you to the grave. Fool.
No, that's for sure. I'm going to pop some tags. I got $20 million in my pocket. Do we think we're popping any tags?
I don't think the Vikings will.
Yeah, probably not. And then Alec Lewis, who thought I went to Brown University, he writes for The Athletic. He did a piece today on, just kind of some guesswork. I mean, educated guesses, right, on who the Vikings will take day 1, day 2, day 3, that sort of thing. And, it's fun. There's a lot of defensive players. And his logic is, we're getting long in the tooth. We're elderly in defense.
Geriatric.
And maybe our offensive line isn't as bad off as I think it is. I mean, I guess if Darisaw comes back healthy and decides he's not going to, play half a game anymore, and if O'Neal can stay healthy, we got, and then, what's Jackson's for? Is it Jonah Jackson? Donovan Jackson. Why? Who is Jonah Jackson? There's a Jonah Jackson somewhere in the world.
Is he in the Jackson 5?
He could be in the Jackson 5, along with Tito and Carlos. And so maybe we don't need any help on the offense. I'm an offensive line guy. He has a lot of people in the secondary. And then he says he tends to believe that B-Flow generally doesn't like to use those higher, getting guys in the secondary. But apparently there are a handful, maybe even more than a handful of what are considered can't miss cornerbacks and safeties. And he goes with the theory, I'm saying Alec, about, with a lot of different needs, best player available, I guess. And I tend to agree with that, but I like off. And he did have in that first day, there was a defensive tackle to pair with. Is it the Redmond guy that we like now? On the inside. So, yeah, I'm all for that, too. But it's really just all, you and I like to have fun. Matter of fact, on the Thursday of the draft, which will be coming late April again, we always do the mock draft, because people can throw out all the guesses they want, but nobody, even your hairdresser, doesn't know for sure, right? It's like We don't know what's on there. You know, they're very secretive about that. I guess maybe they leak and say, yeah, we're looking at these guys. But I think they only do that if they want the media guy to leak it around the league. So people go, that's the guy they're looking at when they're really looking at a different guy. So I think it's all subterfuge and it's, you know, and it's okay. It's fun. I mean, it's a cottage industry, as you know. I mean, it started, we talked about this the other day. It started with, what's his face? Kuiper. I think he's like the godfather of, I think, where he would, you could order his draft guide and then you would have the breakdown of all these players. Now it's everybody does a mock draft. Everybody does one. And to me, did I already say this phrase once today? It's an exercise in futility. There's just no way to know for sure, but it's harmless fun. And we'll do a little bit of it. What we like is when you do purple pray. I like it mostly just because I like to listen to Nordo sing the Open. I think he does a really good job on it. And we'll dive into some we'll dive into some Purple Pray. When will that start, to be?
Usually we do like the 2 weeks leading up to the draft.
Leading up to the draft. So sometime in early April is when we will do that. So that's very, very good. Did you check a promo suite? I think we have a pair of tickets to give away today. One last set of tickets. It's your last chance to win free tickets to see Flop, Sweat, and Tears at the Cato Ballroom. That's tomorrow night. I'll have to... I don't know when showtime is. It's either 7, 7:30, or 8 o'clock. It's between 7 and 8.
I feel like you should know that.
Well, yeah, I get there early. You know, I'll be there by 5.
It's also a challenge when we give away these things and there's no time to tell them what time they should be there.
Yeah. Well... Yeah, I guess you're right.
So I feel like we could do a little bit better job of the communication on that.
Yeah, well, that's my fault. And I apologize. But we'll give away a pair of tickets to see the show. It'll be a Common, Meat Sauce, and Larry Mondello guy at the Cato Ballroom in Mankato. Okay, let's take a break. We'll come back. When we do, we'll take a look at results and pairings for PST, Triple V, Triple I. Hard to believe it's been 18 years. How time flies when you're ripping people. That's next here on the Common Man program, along with Tennessee, right here on the Fan.
Chime in on what's happening with your favorite KFAN program, or make your voice heard on the Bradshaw and Brian text line. Let us know what you have to say by texting your message to 64686. That's 64686. Standard message and data rates apply.
By the way, someone said, yes, curling takes some time, but golf takes longer. Not if you're the first one out with a cart by yourself. Takes me 90 minutes to 2 hours. That's significantly less than curling. PST, Triple V, Triple I. Where are we now, Tenby? What region as we look at results and pairings?
Oh, we're going to wrap up the... excuse me.
That's okay.
We're going to wrap up the first round. We're going to do the results right now. So after these are done, we'll be on in the second round. We'll be down to 32 preposterous statements remaining.
South region.
The number 1 seed is Kendrick Perkins. He said, quote, Shadur Sanders is the most powerful black man since 2009. You know what happened in 2009? That's when President Obama got elected to office. He's the most powerful black man since 2009. He went up against the number 17 seed, Eric Nordquist, who said, quote, I think Kirk would almost be happier just potentially leaving the league because he's not chasing dollars.
Okay.
I think he legitimately chases wins. Nordo's no longer chasing wins. Kendrick Perkins wins 78 to 22%.
Candy Perkins, congratulations. We love you. Rock your body rock.
South region.
The number 8 seed is Meat Sauce. He said, sometimes I think too deeply. He went up against the number 9 seed, his fellow Power Trip partner, Chris Hockey, who said, Paul Allen asked KOC the, quote, tough questions that other play-by-play guys wouldn't.
It's okay.
This is a close one. 51.5% to 48.5%. Meat Sauce advances over Chris Hockey.
Paul Lambert. I love Meat Sauce. So Meat Sauce is, he stays alive. He'll get into next week. Love it.
Love it.
South Region.
The number 4 seed is Cam Newton on Nico Iamaleava saga. Said, quote, whoever advised this kid to sit out and chase in hopes of more money is a fool, because the reality is this, is just to make your college experience comfortable. This is not forever money. You have to understand that even though you're talking about millions and millions and millions of money, this ain't it, bro. You at 19 years old, that money ain't going to last past 24. He went up against the number 13 seed Lane Kiffin after signing a contract with LSU. He said, quote, I don't know what my contract is here. Cam Newton advances 62 to 38%.
Yeah, I guess. You know, both were money related, right? Sort of, kind of.
Yeah. I think one's a little more ridiculous than the other.
Yeah,
but
no question. But hey, you know, the voters have speaks back spoke.
South Region.
The number 5 seed is Adam Lefkoe. Before number 7 Michigan and number 12 Gonzaga, he said, quote, this is, I don't even think it's arguable, the best non-conference college basketball game that we have seen in years. I'm talking decades.
I don't know why that's so preposterous. That was a hell of a game, if I remember correctly.
He went up against the number 12 seed Draymond Green, who said he deserves credit for Karl Anthony Towns' Game 1 performance. Quote, his attitude was great, and I'm taking credit for that. Cat has been a different person since our debacle.
Yep.
There is no closer matchup than this.
Really?
50.1% to 49.9%.
And the winner is?
I'm guessing this, there was 1,289 votes. This might have just had one vote might have decided this. So don't act like your vote isn't important.
That's correct.
The winner, 50.1% to 49.9%, is Adam Lefkoe.
Adam Lefkoe. Let's go, Lefkoe.
Let's go, Lefkoe.
Let's play.
South Region.
The number 6 seed is Parker Fox. He said, quote, weddings cost $50,000 and there's nothing you can do about it.
Not a thing.
He went up against the number 11 seed Brian Oak, who said, quote, Oasis getting back together will rival the Beatles getting back together. Another very close matchup. 51.4% to 48.6%. Parker, I will say, your fiance is a winner. She's a gold medal winner after yesterday. You, sir, are not. You are out of the preposterous statement tournament, at least with this statement. Brian Oak wins 51.4 to 48.6%.
Wow. Very good. I love Oak. Go, Brian.
South Region.
The number 3 seed is Gophers defensive back John Nestor on their defense after a win over Northwestern State. Quote, I've got so much love for this team. Our HAVOC defenses, man, we're the best in the country. And I'm going to say that right now. We can go toe-to-toe against anybody in the country. He went up against the number 14 seed, Joel Klatt, a college football analyst. On the college football playoff, Klatt said, quote, we don't want Cinderellas.
No.
We want the best teams playing each other at the end. The NCAA basketball tournament is a joke. It's the dumbest tournament and least fair tournament in all of sports. Another relatively close matchup, 55 to 45%. But John Nestor advances.
Yeah, and that's NCAA basketball stupid tournament. Is that the guy?
No, he's the Gopher defensive basketball who said basically their defense is the best in the country.
Yeah, yeah, because I really thought the NCAA, because it's for me it's my favorite tournament in all sports. But when you call the Gopher defense the best defense, I think that was I think that was the proper result. I do.
South Region.
The number 7 seed is Gilbert Arenas on the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Finals. He said, quote, I think them being there does bleep them up because now I think the Indiana fan base actually think that they are a legit championship team. He went up against the number 10 seed, Michael Kay, a broadcaster who called the Yankees' new facial hair policy a seismic change that stunned the baseball world. Michael Kay just stunned the PST world. He wins 64 to 36%.
I would say I'm shocked. There's no question. Congratulations to him.
South Region.
And the final matchup of the first round before we move on to round 2, the number 2 seed Steve Mariucci, he predicted that Max Brosmer in his debut would throw for 485 yards and, quote, be known as the new American underdog. He went up against the number 15 seed Washington Commanders owner Marjorie Harris, who said, quote, we have so much to look forward to. And look, the Commanders are America's team, and so that what better place to have the NFL draft than in the mall? Steve Mariucci, a pretty easy win here, 79 to 21%.
Mooch.
Over Marjorie Harris. All right, are you ready for second round action?
Yeah, here we go.
You can vote on these right now on KFAN's X page at KFAN 1003.
Okay.
North Region, presented by Carboni's Pizzeria.
The number one seed in the North Region is Cleveland Cavaliers guard Dennis Schroeder on the NBA trade deadline said, quote, it's like modern slavery. It's modern slavery at the end of the day. Everybody can decide where you're going, even if you have a contract. Yeah, of course, we make a lot of money and we can feed our families. Sure. But at the end of the day, if they say you're not coming to work tomorrow, you're going over there, they can decide that. They got to change that a little bit.
Yeah.
He'll go up against the number 8 seed, Tanner Morgan. Leading 66-0 with 7:18 left in the third quarter. The Gophers had the ball on 3rd and 5. And on the Big Ten Network, Tanner Morgan said, quote, critical third down here.
I love when we get to this stage of the second round of the PST because to me, that's a coin flip. Either one is deserving of advancing. And we'll find out next week who does.
North Region, presented by Carboni's Pizzeria.
Why don't I have hockey on? Why do they have people?
The U.S. game starts at 2:10.
Oh, 2:10. And
it's going to be on 8:11. You're going to have to change it to NBC.
Very good.
They go to the big channel for that one.
Cool.
The number 4 seed is Mr. Beast, who said, quote, the average person does not want to live the life I live or be in my head. They would be miserable because they're just working all the time.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in his head, that's for sure. But he's a multi-millionaire, right? Because he's some kind of
billionaire.
Yeah. He's an influencer guy. So.
Yeah. He'll go up against the number 12 seed, Seth Davis, who tweeted, Ben Johnson has done an incredible job with his team. One of the elite coaches and one of the toughest jobs in America.
If that's a trade-off you're willing to take to be bat bleep crazy, but accept that lot in life to have billions of dollars, if you're willing to do that, I think you'd want to be in his head. Whatever I just said.
North Region, presented by Carboni's Pizzeria.
The number 11 seed is Zach Halverson. We'll see him about 45 minutes from now for Program Password. He said it takes him 2 to 3 weeks to recover from daylight savings when the clock springs forward in March. He must be dreading what's coming up here in the next month. Halby will go up against the number 3 seed, Jay Billis, who said this about LeBron James.
LeBron James thought he got hit on that jump shot, and I think he did. You can see the tangible frustration etched on the faces of both he and Doncic tonight. He's not a complainer.
No.
Definitely not.
Never has, never will. Very accepting of every foul call. I still don't understand this.
Understand what?
The one where you cross-country ski, then...
the biathlon?
You pull out your rifle and you shoot at a target. I understand it, but I don't understand why it's a sport. But it's cool. Well, most of these are...
North Region,
I don't understand why.
Presented by Carboni's Pizzeria.
The number 7 seed is C.J. Stroud. He said, quote, I feel like I'm getting old. I'm not as quick as he used to be. We should mention he was 23 years old when he said that. He will go up. Oh, no. I just skipped the wrong page. I apologize. That's not the matchup we're on.
And then do you get to, choose your own weapon? Like, can you use a Winchester 44? Can you use a 12 gauge, a 20 gauge? Or
are some more accurate than others?
Yeah, that's what I don't know. Maybe they all have to use the exact same firearm. I don't know.
I apologize. We're going to hit the rewind button on that one. I was reading from the wrong page. The number 10 seed is Jason Whitlock. He said, quote, I believe I'm the best sports writer maybe ever. He'll go up against the number 2 seed, Odell Beckham Jr., who talked about the struggles of those $100 million contracts.
I always explain this to people, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, that you have to spend, use, save, invest. flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna give my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really $40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, you know? And now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting $8 million.
That's how it is, bro.
Can you make that last forever?
One, his math is awful. Two,
he
still has you coming out with $40 million over 5 years, and how are you going to make that last?
Yeah, well, again, it's just the idea that they're just so out of touch with reality and how the real world works.
Well, you got to flaunt.
Yeah, you got to flaunt it, and you got to. It reminds me sort of how Shaq talks about, you fill up your car, $80. You get down to half tank, put in 20, save money on gas. Same kind of logic.
Very similar logic. All right, let's move on to the
West Region.
The number 1 seed is Noah Eagle during the Penn State-Oregon game. Said, quote, "You can feel the pom-poms from the fans creating the wind." Noah's going to go up against the number 8 seed, Brad Faxon, who said he talked with Arnold Palmer, even though Arnold Palmer is dead.
From bunkers, church views. Originally, a number of different bunkers, then merged, and this is how long they are. 110 yards long. Added one. There's 13 now and 30 yards wide. One of the great images, most iconic images in golf.
I think it is. You know, we talked about that with Arnold Palmer a little bit yesterday, and the players cannot drive it over there. You can just see a little bit of them on the left side.
Talked with Arnold Palmer a little bit about it yesterday.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
West Region.
Number 4 seed is Mavericks GM Nico Harrison. Here's what he said about the Luka Doncic trade.
Didn't know that Luka was important to the fan base. I didn't quite know it to what level.
He'll go up against the number 5 seed Gino Parrish.
Of Jack Ryman, who's a sturdy individual, and the goalpost, which is a 600-700 pound inanimate object, is not the ideal placement for anybody's face.
Do the goals actually weigh 600 or 700 pounds?
West Region.
The number 6 seed is Michael Rapino, the CEO of Live Nation Ticketmaster, and he believes concert tickets are underpriced.
I always joke, sports, it's like a badge of honor to spend $70,000 for a Knicks courtside. They beat me up if we charge $800 for Beyonce, right? So it's we have a lot of runway left, right? So when you read about the ticket prices going up, it's still, average concert price is $72. Try going to a Laker game for that, and there's 80 of them or whatever the hell. So the concert is underpriced, has been for a long time.
Much like Flop, Sweat, and Tears. I mean, $25 to go see comedy like that.
That's underpriced.
That's
I would pay for that. I would upgrade for the meet and greet too.
Yeah, that's $40. It's worth it, every penny. Flop, Sweat, and Tears tomorrow, Cato Ballroom. You know what I like about the Cato Ballroom? It said recent entertainers, and they have Buddy Holly listed on it. I'm not making it up. Buddy died.
Define recent, yeah.
Yeah, Buddy died in 1959, but that's okay too.
Rapino is going to go up against the number 3 seed, ESPN's Corey Alexander. Here's what he said after Cooper Flagg suffered an ankle injury versus Georgia Tech.
And then Cooper Flagg, after grabbing the rebound, landing on that left ankle, immediately grasping at the ankle, and you can see, of course, tremendous concern on the faces of Ralph and Kelly Flagg, Cooper's parents. Rightfully so. But I can tell you one thing. They are most concerned about the Blue Devils winning this game. That is their number one priority. They are all in Duke Blue.
There are 2 PSTs in this tournament that involve Cooper Flagg, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because the other one was Cooper Flagg is what you would get if Kevin Garnett and
LeBron had a baby. I think that one got eliminated, but yes. I thought it did, didn't it? I don't remember. I thought it lost in the first round.
That's so.
Yeah, it did. It lost to Nick Nelson. All right, our final matchup.
West Region.
Number 7 seed. Now we're going to CJ Stroud. He said, "I feel like I'm getting old. I'm not as quick as I used to be." CJ was 23 years old when he said this. He'll go up against the number 2 seed, Cam Newton. Shocking, another money preposterous statement out of Cam. He said, quote, "Being in the NFL, everyone knows there's a large sum of money that comes to you in a short span of time. And being away from the game for 3 years, those checks don't came in the same. Like, I got 8 kids. It hurts me knowing that I can't provide like I once did. It hurts thinking that I'm Superman, but in reality, I'm just a man.
Yeah, I'm just a man. I'm a man. Yeah. No, what was that song?
I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man.
There we go. PST.
You can vote right now at KFAN 1003 at X.
I got two bits, like stream of consciousness, sort of stand-up comedy routines that I could do right now, but I need more time than just how much time do we have?
Oh, you get 5, 6, 7 minutes.
Yeah, that much?
Yeah.
Okay. They're not that funny, but I'm going to do them anyways. This is like workshopping material.
Okay.
So, the U.S. mail isn't like what the U.S. mail. I'm not talking about, a human being. I'm talking about
You're not
mail.
talking about a man.
Yeah, I'm not a man. I'm talking about when you get
talking about the Postal Service.
Yeah, because nowadays so many things are sent over email that it's not the same. And I still get excited, though, here at the radio station because there is mail delivered. And every once in a while, they'll have a big stack of it over by Emily's office. And I'll go through there hoping that I got a message from some flounder. Somebody has sent me a message of some. And it's even better if there are packages in there. And you go, did somebody send me a present, right? And so the other day, I noticed that there were these corrugated boxes, cardboard boxes, and they were all the same size, so they were sent from the same. I'm smart enough to figure that out. They were sent from the same person or company or whatever, and it was Girl Scout cookies. So I said, "Oh, cool! I have some Girl Scout cookies." And I looked, and there was a box, of course, for the Power Trip Morning Show, for Chris Carr and Company, Lee Balsvik. And all the other mornings.
Dave Ryan in the morning.
And everyone else. And I think there might have even been some late afternoon ones sent to or mid afternoons. I think, I'm sure Fallon and Colt got one, And
Barrera.
And you and I, there was nothing sent to us. And I'm thinking, I like Girl Scout cookies, don't you?
I love Girl Scout cookies, yeah.
And I think last time we talked about Girl Scouts, we did 2 segments about it. Matter of fact, I think we did a PST-like bracket. What are your favorite Girl Scout cookies? But apparently they don't care about us over there at the Girl Scouts. So that's fine. We were left out once again. And then what's even more disappointing, and maybe it was an oversight, right? Maybe it got lost in the mail. Maybe our address changed. I don't know. Who knows? But then, generally speaking, when people come bearing gifts for the various shows, generally it's we'll just share this with everybody, right? For instance, let's say oftentimes the morning shows will get a bakery will send a bunch of donuts, or a fast food place will send fast food without really being fast food, right? But it's left for everybody to share. We all, by the time you and I get to the sandwiches, they're, 4 or 5 hours old, but you know what? No mold has grown on them yet, so I'm all for that. But not one of the shows left well, they did. They left one box out on the free table of the Thin Mints. And I think that's probably everybody's favorite. I'm a shortbread guy. I don't even know if they do shortbread. Shortbread's a little,
They still do it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's called trefoil an hour.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, trefoil. I think that's what it is. Mama's little baby loves shortbread. Mama's little baby loves shortening bread. But nobody left. They just, and so, mine. They sent it to me. My name was on it. Well, can't you share? That's what cookies are for. But that's fine, too. I'm all good with it. Tend to be you and I will just have to, all rifles must be 22s in biathlon, is what it says.
Okay.
That's, and then someone said, biathlon was inspired by Soviet ski shooters that helped take down the Germans in the Eastern Front during World War II. And I think that's absolutely accurate. I understand the original. I just don't know why they said, hey, let's turn that into an Olympic event. Like in our neighborhood, we used to have snowball fights. They didn't, that was how it first originated. Back in 1967, 68, we had snowball fights. I don't see the Olympic Committee didn't say, hey, let's do snowball fights.
They should do snowball fights.
I think they should.
Make it like dodgeball rules. Yeah. If you get hit, you're out.
Yeah. Now, again, then that could be really dangerous, because if they're packed too hard, you could actually get killed or lose an eye. But what's an eye when you've given your heart? So, so I understand. I just never understood why. I just don't understand why Biathlons, it's okay. And I'm not against it. I'm not asking for it to be banned or anything like that. I just don't know how it's the age-old question of just about the Olympics where, whatever age you're at, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, you go, you know what I really want to do for the next 4 years of my life? I want to train to shoot a gun at targets right after I cross-country ski and get really tired. Okay. I mean, that's okay. Or you know what I want to do? I want to jump. I want to run around a track and jump over high hurdles.
Well, like the biathlon specifically, I do wonder, is winning that gold medal even that special? Because there can't be like over 50 people in the world that are actually doing that.
Yeah, well,
right?
That's a good point as well. Yeah, it's like, I mean, why don't they just give a medal to everybody? Right? Just hand out medals to everybody. Let's take a break. Somebody said they prefer tall bread over short bread. I don't know why that struck me as funny. It's really not, but I thought it was funny. We'll break. We'll come back. Lil B joins us next. Feminine touch of the program here on the Fan.